So according to the research that you will read more about in the links below, Tantra, the roots of Tantra can be found as far back as 10 to 12,000 years ago, 8 to 10,000 BC, in an area of northern India referred to as the Indus Valley. And between 8 to 10,000 BC, 10 to 12,000 years ago, this region of what used to be northern India and is now known as Pakistan was settled. And a flourishing, incredible, mature civilization began to flourish there, was cultivated and began to flourish and grow there. And this civilization was founded by Africans. It was founded by people who had migrated from the areas of Ethiopia, Nubia, and Sudan. And again, this is according to both archaeological, genetic, and linguistic evidence. So the African people from these regions migrated down into this Indus Valley area, which at the time was northern India, and began to cultivate this very harmonious, matriarchal, flourishing society. In some of the wonderful research I read, they talked about how when this society was invaded about 5,000 years ago from the Aryans, how the people of this Indus Valley civilization couldn't defend themselves because they didn't have weapons. They were a completely peace-loving, agricultural, again, mature humanitarian society. And these people were called the Dravidians. And these people cultivated and developed Tantra. So the roots of Tantra, they call it Proto-Tantra, are actually rooted in a spiritual philosophy called Animism. And Animism was was a spiritual philosophy that was prevalent on Earth, again, 10, 20,000 years ago. And the core belief of Animism is that all of life is sacred. Everything that we see in this external world is an emanation of God, is an emanation of the divine, and every plant, rock, animal, human being is sacred. We are made of the same substance. We are all one quantum foam mass floating around here in the sea, and all of life is infused with preciousness and sacredness and honor. And that was the fundamental belief system that Tantra grew out of. And originally, Tantra was about worshiping the mother. It was about worshiping the goddess. It was about worshiping women, the female, the divine, those of us who govern and carry the life force energy in the body and give birth to new humans. We were honored, we were worshipped, we were revered is the word. And this is where Tantra grew out of. The weaving of the roots of Tantra with the Vedic tradition, again, happened about 5,000 years ago. And it's believed that it happened over a series of time with a series of migrations of people from the north coming into this area of northern India, again, the Indus Valley Civilization, which was founded by the Dravidians, which were African people. So the genetic, linguistic, and archaeological evidence all confirms, this isn't a question, it confirms that Tantra is rooted in traditions from the African people, specifically Ethiopia, Nubia, and Sudan. So that's pretty phenomenal because, again, that's not commonly spoken about. It certainly isn't in any of the tantric, trainings that I've seen online or floating around. But it is the truth. When we dig a little bit deeper into genetic evidence and archaeological evidence, which I will post for you today, we do find that Tantra originated from the African people, and it began to flourish and grow specifically in this Indus Valley civilization between 8 and 10,000 BCE.